Gwe Akip Jilidak. Hello and welcome to the beautiful Pictou County Wellness Center here in Pictou County, Nova Scotia. My name is Michael Petter. This is Petter Sports and Streaming Services. And today on Petter Sports and Streaming through AO Live, we have for you Nova Scotia Under-15 Major Hockey League action between the visiting Truro Bearcats and the hometown Warewell Bombers. Before we go any further, it is time to acknowledge that the Pictou County Wellness Center, the entirety of Pictou County, and for that matter, the entire region covered by the Nova Scotia Under-15 Major Hockey League, all lie within the ancestral, unceded territory of Mi'kmaq. Taking a look at today's matchup, it is the U15 Nova Scotia Under-15 Major Hockey League Truro Bearcats and the Bombers. Third and final meeting of the regular season between these two teams. As the standings currently sit, these teams would meet in the playoffs if the regular season were to end today, with the Bombers currently sitting in 9th place, Truro in 4th in the 12-team league. And for those unfamiliar, the way it works, all 12 teams do make that opening round of the playoffs. 1 plays 12, 2 plays 11, 3 plays 10, so on and so forth. The 6 winners plus the host team, which is the Truro Bearcats, advance to the tournament. If Truro wins their series, then the highest ranking non-winning team would get in as the 7th team. And if Truro lose their series, then they get in under the host berth. As mentioned, this is the third and final meeting between these two teams in the regular season. Truro winning both previous matchups back in October by a score of 3-2 and November by a score of 4-1. The Bombers are 1-4 since Christmas. That includes a pair of losses to the league-leading Gulls, who have a absolutely stellar record of 25 wins and 1 loss. The Bearcats 2-2 since Christmas, and we'll get into more details on those sorts of things as the game goes on. Taking a look at the starting goaltenders, it's going to be Jake Thorne getting the start for the Warewell Bombers, and for the Truro Bearcats, it is going to be Sam Berthiaume who gets the start, and we'll run you through his numbers here in just a moment. Now I'll send things downstairs for the pregame introductions. For the Bearcats, in goal this afternoon, it will be Sam Berthiaume. As I mentioned, Berthiaume comes in with a record of 11-5, a 2.41 goals against average, a .909 save percentage. Oh, sorry there, folks. For the Warewell Bombers, it is Jake Thorne getting the start. He comes in with a record of 5-8, a 3.60 goals against average, an .878 save percentage, 1 victory by way of a shutout. And should have mentioned Berthiaume has 1 shutout as well. Truro in red, Bombers in white. Starting forward line of Vora, Fraser, and Thorne for the Bearcats, with the defensive combination of Patrickin and Paris, I believe that is. Yes, it is, Paris. For the Bombers, the defensive combination in front of Jake Thorne to start the game, Wyatt McDonald and Joshua Anderson. The forward combination includes Dawson McCauley, Jacob Campbell, and Callum Green. And it was Ethan Fraser, Ryan Vora, and Henry Thorne, and those defensemen Caden Paris and Rylan Patrickin. As now we are ready to get things going, and we are underway here at the Pictou County Wellness Center. Bombers win possession off of the draw, back all the way down below their own goal line. Wyatt McDonald takes it behind his own net, gets the pass ahead, but it misses his intended target of McCauley. McCauley racing to try and get to that puck in time, but he will not. That will be an icing against the Crushers right off the against the Bombers, right off the get-go. And so we'll get a face-off all the way back down in the Warewell zone. Just 16 seconds gone here in the opening period. Face-off will be over to the right of the Bomber net. Off of the face-off, Vora sends the puck below the goal line. McDonald there to get it. He'll play it around to Anderson. Anderson gets it up to McCauley, who is able to chip it past Patrickin and down the ice. Campbell going in after it. He can't quite get on the puck. Now it's cleared as far as the line, held in there by McDonald. Wyatt McDonald not able to keep the puck on side, however. He dumps it back in, going around the boards to get it there. Patrickin, he plays it ahead. It's held in it's brought back in by MacArthur. Now sent back out. Here comes Mullen. Mullen working his way ahead. Drop pass for Cream. Cream will send it down below the goal line. Mullen picks up there, gets it to Cream. Sharp angle shot. And Thorne made the save, reached behind himself just to make sure that it didn't squeeze through between him and the post, and was able to keep that puck out. And we'll get another stoppage with 1 minute and 2 seconds gone here in the opening frame. This is last time the Bearcats were here, they were still wearing their old jerseys from previous years. They got a new set of jerseys this year, and I got to tell you, these new ones are some sharp. I really like them. They're very reminiscent of like a college hockey kind of look to them, with the number right on the front and the block text. Really like these new jerseys. Very, very sharp. Puck comes to the line. There's a shot from the point. They score! Nicholas McKenzie puts the Bombers on the board as the Warewell Bombers strike first. McKenzie with the blast from the point. And the Warewell Bombers are out in front. McKenzie's second goal, 6th point of the season, coming at the 1:32 mark. It looked like the puck might have been redirected, but the way the Bombers were reacting is that it is McKenzie's goal. So if it was redirected, it went off of a Bearcat player. And that'll be an offside against the Truro Bearcats there with 1:52 gone in the first period. As we await the official word on the goal, that again we believe will be credited to Nicholas McKenzie. And there you have it. Nicholas McKenzie does get the goal at 1:32 of period number 1, unassisted. And so Bombers able to strike first again for McKenzie. His second goal, 6th point on the year. Munden with the puck now for the Bearcats. He'll get it across the center ice line and dump it down, and the Bearcats will make wholesale changes. While back to get the puck there is Carter Anderson. He makes the pass ahead. That's broken up there by Sheehan. Sheehan brings it in, gets a shot. That's blocked. Anderson now will play it around the boards for Green. I should mention that Carter Anderson and Joshua Anderson, both defensemen for the Bombers. So I will refer to them with first names a little more often than most other players. There's also 2 McDonalds on the Bombers, for those of you who are not familiar with their roster. One player for the Bombers not in the lineup today, that is Calum Belodis. Belodis not dressed for today's game. As the Bearcats get the puck out to center Turned over at the blue line. Green gets it up to Campbell. Campbell trying to find Cohen. Cohen couldn't get his stick on it, and now Paris will send it down the length of the ice. Out of the net to settle it there is Thorne. Back behind his net, McKinnon tried to play it around the boards, but it was knocked down there by Cream. Cream plays it over into the far corner for Mullen. Mullen had it knocked off his stick by Cohen, and Mullen has to go chase it down all the way back into his own zone. 3.5 minutes gone, first period. Pass intercepted by Hayden. Hayden had to wait for his teammate to get onside, then just dumped it in right on to Sam Berthume. Now a pass intended for Mullen goes through his feet. Hayden gets the puck. He tries to make a pass intended to get it to McCauley, but that didn't end up hitting the target. Now Mullen coming the other way. Mullen couldn't get his shot all the way through to the net. McEachern could not hold the line, so the Bombers have some time after the Bearcats had to go back and touch up. Now here's Joshua Anderson working his way ahead. Anderson trying to cut to the outside, gets a shot away, working against Sullivan there. Did get the backhander off, but that was cleared away there by Berthume. Now down below the goal line, getting the puck there is McEachern. That being Griffin McEachern. And the puck cleared down the ice, and icing will be called here. Just over 4.5 minutes gone here in the first period. Big thanks to everybody tuning in here on Petter Sports and Streaming Services, wherever you're joining us from. And we do like to try and be a little bit interactive with our broadcasts here, as you can reach me either through Twitter at Petter, P-E-T-T-E-R, as in my last name, Michael Petter, P-E-T-T-E-R-P-C_sports. That's Twitter at P-E-T-T-E-R-P-C_sports. You can reach me through Facebook. Look for the page Petter Sports and Streaming. That's Petter Sports and with the ampersand, not the word and, streaming. Or you can also reach me through MJAHL Network. Go to mjahlnetwork.proboards.com. Look for the section marked All Other Levels of Hockey, and you'll see the Nova Scotia Under-15 Truro at Wherwell Bombers game day thread is there, and you can share your thoughts through that game day thread. Obviously, as I am doing the camera and the play-by-play, I'll only have time to check on that if we have longer stoppages in play or during intermissions and whatnot, but I do try and keep an eye on comments there. There's a shot by Campbell, and Berthume makes the save and hangs on for a face-off. 5:20 gone. 5:19 if you want to get real particular about it, gone here in the first period. And again, for those new to the Nova Scotia Under-15 Major Hockey League, it's 2 15-minute periods of stop time with just a quick change of ends in between the first and second period. Then after the second period, we get a full intermission with a flood, and then the third period is a full 20-minute period after that. So it's 15, 15, and 20, hence a 50-minute regulation game. Puck ends up down in the Bombers' zone as Munden was able to work it down. Played around to the far side boards for Cohen. He couldn't do much with it there. Now centering pass. Ended up on the stick of McCauley, and McCauley plays it off the wall and down the ice, and that will go for an icing with 9:04 left to go here in the first period. And if by some chance we do have some Truro fans watching through our stream, thank you for joining us. The Bearcats live stream is set up about 20 feet or so to my left, so their camera work being done from just inside the Bearcats blue line right now. Here comes Hayden with the puck in across that blue line. Hayden with a shot, and Berthume gets a piece of that. Vora coming after it for the Bearcats. He doesn't get the puck, but Fraser does. His pass goes a little bit behind his intended target of Dwaron. Dwaron able to bring it all the way down. Gets it in front. There's a follow-up for Vora, but that gets blocked. And coming away with the puck is Anderson, that being Carter Anderson. He's able to get it out to center. Now McIntosh will pick up. His pass goes behind Hayden. Down the ice, Sullivan back to get it. No icing. Sullivan able to play it up the wall there for Dwaron. He plays it over to the near side, intended to get it to McEachern, but getting there first was Lewis, who plays it back in deep. Sullivan picks up. He'll go back over to the far side again for Dwaron. Dwaron has that get away from him. Lewis had it for a moment, but then lost the puck. O'Neill ends up playing it off the boards right onto the stick of Cream, and Cream sends it down into the Bearcat zone. Picked up there by Wyatt McDonald. McDonald loses his footing as Cream got his stick on the puck. Coming in as well as Murphy. Murphy, though, not able to get it under control. And the Bearcats, or the Bombers, come out. Now a pass ahead for Thorne as the Bearcats created a turnover at the Truro blue line. Puck along the near side wall. Mullen in to get it. Mullen takes it behind the net. Out into the far corner. Turns and fires. Steered away by Thorne. Going after it in the corner. Getting there first is Thorne. And that being Henry Thorne of the Bearcats, as opposed to Jake Thorne, who's in the net. I'm going to go out on a limb and say no relation, although, hey, they could be cousins. It's not outside the realm of possibility, certainly. There's a shot and a big block there by Carson McDonald. Racing to get to the puck is McDonald. He comes in, gets a shot away, but getting his stick in the lane there is Hunt. And so McDonald's shot goes harmlessly wide. Now in behind the net, MacArthur picks up. Takes it into the near side corner. Plays it back to the line. Held in at the line there by McKenzie. His shot, save made. Rebound is there for the taking. As MacArthur, and Hunt both go after it behind the net. Now it goes into the far side corner. White is the first one there for the started to say Bulldogs, then went to say Bear Dogs instead of Bearcats. Sorry, folks. Sometimes the English language just decides it doesn't want to work for me anymore. Patrickin not able to hold the puck onside, but dumps it right back in, and as the Bearcats had to come out, that gives Carter Anderson time to come out with, that was Joshua Anderson, time to come out with the puck. He got it as far as the Bearcat blue line. Now here's McCauley looking to bring the puck in. Vora comes back and intercepts, but the puck ends up bouncing to the stick of Green. McCauley now trying to work it down the boards. MacArthur gives Vora a bump. McCauley comes in, gives his man Patrickin a bump as well, sending the puck towards the net, but able to clear it away from danger there was Paris. Now it's played out all the way down into the Bomber zone. McKenzie gets it over to Joshua Anderson. His pass ahead misses everybody except for Paris of the Bearcats. And now the Bombers back into their own zone again. Nearly a bit of a miscommunication, but Carter Anderson got to the puck, played it up the far side. It gets intercepted. There's a chance. Shot, save, rebound, second chance, and it gets bounced just wide. Now Mullen can't get a stick on it as Campbell gets there. He'll play it over to Cohen. Cohen gives to McIntosh. McIntosh with the backhander. That gets steered away. Now Murphy will pick up. Murphy not able to clear the zone as Campbell steals from him, but Campbell has it taken right back again by Mullen. Mullen tried to get the pass up to Munden. That doesn't connect. And the puck ends up going all the way down the length of the ice for an icing call. 4:46 left to go here in period number one. Once again, you can reach us through Facebook, through Twitter, or through the mjahlnetwork.proboards.com for the game day thread. As Lewis getting ready to take the draw there against Hoyt. Hoyt wins it cleanly into his own corner. Now pass ahead, that just misses Munden. But Munden wins the race to the puck, so no icing. Now over to Hoyt. Munden back on the puck. He'll play it back to the line for McEachern. McEachern sends it down. Hoyt behind the net with it, or into the corner with it. Back to the line to McEachern, but McEachern not able to take that pass cleanly. He has to come back out to neutral ice. And that gives the Bombers a chance after the puck was dumped back in. Fan on the pass attempt there by Carter Anderson. And then it was turned over and sent back down into the Warewell Bomber zone. Attempt at the wraparound there from Hoyt. That was 16. No, it was 18. My apologies. And now the Bombers coming out the other way. Lewis couldn't get his shot to get through, and Sheehan will pick up the puck for the Bearcats behind his own net. Sheehan gets the pass ahead as far as Dwaron. Ends up coming back to Sheehan. Now Dwaron again. His pass misses Munden. It ends up on the stick of O'Neill. O'Neill will take it back all the way behind his own net. Out the near side, plays it forward for Campbell. Campbell doesn't take the pass cleanly, and Hunt will send it back down below the goal line. McKenzie picks up there. Uses the boards to wrap it around. O'Neill gets to it. Plays it off the boards. Campbell comes in and picks up the puck, and he'll work his way down the left wing. Campbell stops, waiting to find a player to pass to. Try to get it to O'Neill. That's broken up, and then Fraser able to get the puck out. Plays it over to Dwaron on the far side. Dwaron for Vora with a shot. He scores! What a shot by Ryan Vora to tie up the game. And it is 1-1 after a great shot from Ryan Vora. Looked like the pass was a little bit behind him, but he was able to recover and get a good shot away at exactly 12 minutes of the first period. Ryan Vora with the goal. Now Cream will dump the puck in. Into the far corner. Murphy gets there first. Takes a bit of a bump from Wyatt McDonald. Played around to the near side. McKinnon up to McCauley. McCauley able to find Green. Green chips it past Patrickin. Green and Patrickin go all the way down into the end boards. Doiron with the only assist on that goal. So again, it is Ryan Vora. His 9th goal, 17th point of the season, assisted by Hayden Doiron at 12 minutes even, tying up this game at a goal apiece. Patrickin with the puck now. Takes it behind his own net. Gets the lead pass ahead for Mullen. Mullen in across the blue line. Stops, loses control of the puck, and there to pick it up and come the other way with it is Campbell. Campbell coming down the left wing, gets the shot away. And the save made by Berthiaume, and he'll hold on for a face-off with 1:49 left to go here in the first period. This the first of 4 games this weekend on Petter Sports and Streaming Services. We'll have the Bombers with you tomorrow morning at 11 a.m. from right here in this same sheet of ice. The Bombers will be playing host to the Bedford Bandits. Then at 12 noon from Hector Arena, we'll have our other set of gear set up over at the Hector, and we'll have our good friend Alex Terrio over there covering the game between the Halifax Western Capitals and the Northern Subway Selects in the Maritime Major Female Hockey League. A potential playoff matchup in that game as well, depending on how things play out, as the Selects have clinched first place, and the Capitals could still potentially finish 4th out of the Nova Scotia teams. There's Hunt with a shot. That gets deflected, goes up over the glass and out of play, and we'll get a stoppage with 50.6 seconds left. And then at 1 o'clock tomorrow afternoon, the week's majors will play host to the City Mitsubishi Rush here at the Pictou County Wellness Center, and I will be here for the call of that one. So again, 11 a.m. we got the Bombers taking on Bedford. 12 p.m. from Hector Arena, we've got the Selects taking on Halifax. And then 1 p.m. we've got the Weeks taking on Sydney. From back on this sheet of ice again, here's Green with the puck now. Green loses his footing, and that allows the Bearcats to come out. Here comes Vora working his way in. Vora with a shot, and that goes wide. Puck comes all the way up to Hunt at the blue line. Gets it back down low. Vora behind the net with it. He'll play it around to Hunt. 8 seconds left in the period. Hunt back down. Cream lets it go all the way down and around to Doiron. Doiron plays it away from the wall. Cream there, but he runs out of time. And that will bring us to the end of the first period. The Bombers actually outshoot Truro in that first period by a margin of 9-4. But it is the second goal of the season for Nicholas McKenzie and the 9th goal of the season for Ryan Vora that have us tied at a goal apiece after the opening 15 minutes. Overall, I'd say a pretty good period of hockey. Both teams playing pretty well. For the Bombers, a nice way to start out the game, jumping out to an early lead, just a minute 32 in. On that shot from the point, taken by Nicholas McKenzie. Like I said, I thought it might have been redirected and changed directions on its way in past Sam Berthume. And Truro did respond at exactly 12 minutes with Vora on the one-timer off the pass from Hayden Doiron. And that is where we stand after the opening 15 minutes. Campbell to take the draw against Mullen as we get ready for the start of the second period here. Campbell wins it back to Joshua Anderson, who played it over to Wyatt McDonald, over to Green, who dumps it the rest of the way down the ice, goes all the way around the boards to McCauley, who gets it at the far wall. Coming over to help out is Campbell. Patrickin in there for the Bearcats. Patrickin worked it loose, but Campbell quick to jump on it. Now plays it back to the line for Joshua Anderson. Anderson's shot was deflected on the way in, but ended up getting redirected wide. Now pass out for Murphy. Murphy gets to it at the wall, takes a bump from McCauley, and there's going to be a penalty coming up against McCauley for that hit as it got him a little bit from behind. They're going to call it an interference. So with 38 seconds gone in the second period, we get our first penalty of the game. It's going to be Dawson McCauley who goes off for the interference. Excuse me. And so the Truro Bearcats, who have been pretty good on the power play this season, scoring 10, 12, 14, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20 goals on the power play out of their 26 games. So pretty good numbers there. Vora plays it over to the far side for Sullivan. Back to Vora. Vora steps in, gets a shot away. And getting just a piece of that with his stick was Thorne. Puck goes around the board. Sullivan holds it in again, plays it down into the corner for Thorne. Again, that is Henry Thorne, as opposed to Jake Thorne, the Bomber goaltender. There's a shot that hit a couple of bodies and never did get all the way to Jake Thorne in the net. Vora with the puck again. Plays it to McEachern. McEachern coming to the middle of the ice. Over, there's a shot from Sullivan. That goes wide, comes all the way up the boards, and Vora catches it before leaving the zone. Now McEachern. Sullivan back to McEachern. There's a shot. Thorne the save. Rebound is there. Trying to get his stick on it and battling is Fraser. But it's Vora who comes in, picks it up, then plays it back to Sullivan again. His shot gets blocked. Nice block there by MacArthur. Puck ends up on the stick of McEachern. He goes to play it back to Sullivan, but Sullivan was moving right instead of left, and so that pass ended up coming out of the zone, and now here comes a chance for the Bombers. Coming in is McKinnon. McKinnon with a shot, and Sullivan ends up blocking that one, redirecting it into the corner. 33 seconds left in the penalty. Coming out now with it is Hoyt, excuse me. Hoyt dumps it all the way around the boards. Picking up at the far wall is White. He'll play it back around to the near side for Hoyt. He gets it back to the line to Hunt. Hunt back down to Hoyt. Hoyt back to Hunt again. Over to the far side. Mullen steps in, gets a shot away, and Thorne makes the save and hangs on for a face-off. 11 seconds left in the penalty. 2:27 gone here in period number 2. Still looking at the 1-1 score line, except we are now into the second period. There you go. Only took me 2 minutes and 27 seconds of playing time to figure that out. Sometimes a little slow on the uptake, but that's okay. Here's Mullen with the puck now. Mullen skating it to the middle of the ice, gets a shot away, gets deflected, and Thorne able to stay with it and make the save. just as the penalty comes to an end. And so we'll be back to 5-on-5 as just as Thorne made that save, the penalty box opens for Dawson McCauley, and out he comes to bring us back to even strength. Lewis wins the draw over towards the boards, but the Bearcats win the battle for it as Crean gets it. His pass intended for Mullen got intercepted by Lewis, but then it was played to the line, Sheehan holding it in there. Mullen will work it along, gets it over to the far side. There's a shot. Nice shot there by Hunt, and it's steered away by Jake Thorne. Murphy takes it behind the net, plays it back to the line for Sheehan. Sheehan back down the wall to Murphy. Murphy to Mullen. Mullen takes a bump from Lewis. Murphy comes in there to help out as well. The puck comes loose, and Cream will come to the corner to pick it up. Tries to play it back down to Murphy, but that was stopped by Lewis. Now Mullen does get it, comes out from the wall, makes a couple of nice moves there, but Thorne able to close the door and keep this a 1-1 hockey game. 3.5 minutes gone, second period. Puck cleared down the ice, and back to get it is Hunt. He gets the long lead pass ahead for Fraser. Now Hunt following up, picks up the loose puck. He'll dump it the rest of the way down the ice. Doiron going into the corner after it. Wyatt McDonald gets there first. He chops it up the boards. Vora went to play it. His pass was intercepted by McIntosh. And now O'Neill chasing the puck down, but Hunt getting there just ahead of him. O'Neill losing his footing. That allows Vora to pick up the puck behind the net. Vora's pass out of the reach of Doiron, and it's picked up by Wyatt McDonald. McDonald will dump it back in. He'll go chasing after it. Hunt will get to it first. Hunt plays it around to the near side boards for Doiron. Doiron sends it back to Patrickin. Patrickin behind his own net. Nice little move there to try and get away from McIntosh. Patrickin gets it over to the far corner. Now delayed offside, so that allows the Bearcats to pick up the puck. Pass over to the near wall for Doiron. He takes a bump as he makes a pass over to Fraser. Puck gets to the line and out as Carson McDonald brings it out. Here comes McDonald with a shot. Kick save made there by Berthiaume. And Patrickin gets to it at the far wall, but it's chopped off his stick by McKenzie. Now played back around to the near side. And getting to it is McCauley. He takes a bump from White, then takes another bump from Doiron. Patrickin comes over. He gets it around to the far side. And the pass around for Munden. Munden tries to clear, but it's intercepted there by McCauley, who gets it back in deep. Campbell going into the corner after it. A loose stick that was there on the ice gets in the way a little bit, but Campbell able to win the battle, comes out, gets a shot away, and Berthiaume gets a piece of that. Puck comes all the way up the wall to Joshua Anderson. He plays it down. McCauley with a shot. That goes just wide. Now in the near corner, Cohen, he tried to get a pass out front, but it goes through everybody except Munden, and Munden works his way back down the ice. Back checking hard is McCauley. He disrupts the shot of Munden just enough. Now Hoyt with it. He'll work it into the corner, takes it behind the net. Hoyt out the far side. Tried to make a pass, fanned on it. Hoyt still on it though. Now the puck comes loose, and McKenzie plays it away, and then McCauley sends it down the ice, and that will just reach for an icing with exactly 6 minutes gone here in this second period. 1-1 the score between the Bearcats and the Bombers. As we take a quick look at other games today, the Rangers have defeated the Western Hurricanes 5-2. The Halifax Wolverines currently lead the Bedford Bandits by a score of 5-2. Of course, Bedford, the team that's coming here tomorrow for that game at 11 a.m. And the John L. Jim Cougars lead the Kings Mutual Valley Wildcats 4-3. And a couple of games starting in a little bit. The New Scotland Storm against the Dartmouth Whalers. And the Novas taking on the league-leading Gulls. Sullivan, his pass ahead, broken up there by MacArthur, but then following up, Mullen takes it back for the Bearcats, gets a shot away, save made by Thorne, and the rebound cleared away to the corner. Puck comes up the wall to Sheehan. Sheehan steps in, gets a shot away, that's blocked. Now Mullen back on it again. His shot gets through, they score! Not sure if Thorne got a piece of that or not before it got past Thorne. Again, that being Henry Thorne. I don't think so, though, as Mullen will lead the line past the bench. And so the Truro Bearcats move out in front by a score of 2-1. Goal coming with 6:51 gone in this second period. And Elliot Mullen getting his team-leading 22nd goal, his team-leading 37th point of the season, will get and apparently an unassisted goal there for Mullen. And again, the summary on that, Elliot Mullen, 22nd goal, 37th point of the year, unassisted at 6:51 of period number 2, making it a 2-1 hockey game. Sullivan, shot. Vora deflects it, but the deflection ends up going wide. Now out in front, a chance for Doiron on the pass from Fraser, and Doiron had that blocked. Now Doiron going after it behind the net against McKenzie. Puck ends up coming out to Lewis. Lewis ends up putting it into the skates of O'Neill inadvertently. But the Bombers do recover. Now they cough up the puck. Pass trying to get it through to Vora. That's broken up. Trying to clear the zone, but it's held in at the line as it was kept in by Hunt. There's another shot. That goes wide. As the Bearcats very much in control in this second period, leading the shots right now in this period so far 9-1. Lead pass for Hoyt, right onto the tape. Hoyt with the shot, save, rebound. White ends up having it bounce just over his stick. It comes all the way out to center. Patrickin will dump it back in again. Picked up by McKenzie. McKenzie has his pass deflected. Campbell has to just kick at it and send it forward, and Patrickin sends it back the other way. Gathered in by McKinnon. McKinnon for Cohen. That pass just a little bit out of his reach. And the Bearcats again launch it down the ice, and this will be an icing with 6:23 left to go here in the first period. And the Bearcats leading the Bombers by a score of 2-1. Just want to compare here. Oh. As we get to the face-off deep inside the Truro zone. Puck comes to Cohen off of the draw. Cohen looking, trying to assess his options. Ends up getting met by a couple of Truro players coming in to help out as well as Mullen. Mullen now will get the pass ahead for Murphy. Murphy tried to spring Thorne, but the pass was broken up. Murphy follows up, gets the puck back, takes it all the way down to the end boards. Plays it to Mullen near side. Mullen has it taken away from him by Wyatt McDonald. McDonald trying to get it to Cohen, but that's broken up. And now Mullen back on the puck, but out at center ice. He's got to wait for people to get back on side. Now he'll bring the puck back in across the blue line. Mullen nearly loses the puck to Campbell. It's played towards the front of the net. Cohen there to get it for the Bombers. And Cohen will flip it out to center. Picked up by Patrickin. He plays it ahead to Mullen. Mullen sets it up for Murphy. Murphy drops it back to Mullen. Mullen with a shot, and Jake Thorne makes the save and holds on with exactly 5.5 minutes left to go in this second period, which is technically the exact midpoint of this game. We've played 20, or sorry, no, this is not the exact midpoint. 30 seconds from now is the exact midpoint of the game, because we will have played 25 minutes, and there would be 25 minutes remaining. So we're well past, or not well past, but we're past the midpoint of the second period, but we're just about to the midpoint of the game. Again, with it being 15, 15, and 20. Hustling back to get on the puck is Doiron. He'll take it back behind his own net, being chased there by Green. Plays the puck up the wall, and MacArthur there to break it up, but it ends up on the stick of McEachern, who plays it around to the far side. Now MacArthur gets it back again, gives to Green. Green trying to get it back to MacArthur, but that pass misses, comes all the way back to the line. Carter Anderson sends it back down low for MacArthur. He tries to get it back to the point again, but that's broken up by Vora. Here comes Vora. coming up. Vora looking to get the pass across for Frazier, but that was disrupted. Now a long lead pass intended for Hayden. Hayden just gets a stick on it, and Sullivan picks up, takes it back behind his own net. Now he'll work his way out, under 4.5 to go, second period. Ahead for Hoyt. Hoyt gives it to White. White in across the line, sends the puck on net, steered aside by Thorne. Getting to it now, Munden. He throws it back at the net again. Thorne steers that one aside, and out come the Bombers once again. Here's Lewis in across the line, but Campbell apparently did not keep his skate on the blue paint. So says the linesman, and so we'll get a face-off with 4:07 left to go here in period number 2. Puck dumped in. Comes out. There's Hayden with a sharp angle shot. Save made. Lewis can't get his stick on the rebound, and the clearing attempt does just get past McKenzie. Hustling back to get onto it in his own zone. Joshua Anderson, he'll play it ahead. Campbell gets it. Gives to Hayden. Here comes Hayden, trying to step through the defense. He draws a penalty. And so the Bombers will get a power play with 3:42 left to go here in the second period. And the Bombers on their first power play of the game. Power play has been a bit of a struggle for them this year. They've scored 7, 9, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 goals in 26 games. So a little bit less than the Bearcats. Bearcats, as we mentioned, with 20 power play goals so far this year. We don't have access to exact power play and penalty kill percentages. Unfortunately, the league website does not do that for us, as the puck is played with a high stick on its way down the ice. So the faceoff will come all the way back into the Bomber zone. Just 9 seconds gone in the penalty. Again, the only thing we can really tell you is how many power play goals a team has scored. We don't even have how many power play goals against the other team has given up. If I had time, with the amount of leagues that I cover, to keep track of power plays and penalty kills for all the teams, I would, but that's a little bit more work intensive than I have time for, unfortunately, to go through every game sheet and make sure everybody's power play and penalty kill percentages are up to date, because I'd need to keep it for all teams all the time rather than just going back through one team's game sheets, all of their game sheets before they come to town. It's a lot easier to... It's easier to keep it up to date all the time than try to do one team's as you prepare for a game with that team. But both are very, very time and labor intensive. Here's MacArthur with the puck, coming out of the corner with it. He'll play it back to the line for Campbell. Jacob Campbell, the captain, takes it down to the corner. All the way behind the net, comes out the near side. Still with the puck, 40 seconds left the power play. Back to Carter Anderson. He returns it to Campbell. Campbell to Anderson, one-time shot, deflected, and Berthume able to make the save. Campbell wins it back, though. Campbell gives to Green. Green gives it to Anderson. Anderson with another shot. That goes wide into the end boards. Now the puck is along the near side, and Murphy able to get to it. He'll launch it the length of the ice. 12 seconds left to go in the power play. Here's Carter Anderson with the puck. Out from behind his own net, trying to get around Cream. Cream able to take him into the wall, but coming over to help out is McIntosh. He plays it back to MacArthur. MacArthur trying to get away from Vora as we're back to 5-on-5. 1:40 left to go in the second period, excuse me. Here's McIntosh working up the left wing. McIntosh takes a bump from McEachern. Vora comes in, picks up the loose puck. Over to the near side corner. White couldn't get to it, as getting there first was Carson McDonald. Now Cream, he takes a bump from O'Neill. Battle along the far side wall. O'Neill trying to keep it away from McEachern. McEachern able to get to the puck. He'll play it around to the near side. Carson McDonald gets there first, and we'll get a stoppage as the Truro net is dislodged with 1:02 left to go here in the second period. Bombers leading it by a score of 2-1. The goal that is the difference right now is the one by Elliot Mullen. And again, for Mullen, his 22nd goal of the year. The goal that is the difference maker to this point in this one. Sullivan out from behind his net. Plays it ahead for Fraser. Fraser to Mullen, back to Fraser, into the net, and it's 3-1. What a passing play by Fraser and Mullen. I don't care who the goalie is. Nobody was going to stop that one. That was a beautiful play there between Fraser and Mullen. Ethan Fraser with his 13th goal, 21st point of the season. Mullen will get an assist. I don't think there will be a second assist because Fraser passed it to Mullen, who passed it back to Fraser. But there may be a second assist for the initial pass that came up to Mullen. We'll have to wait and see. Or came up to Fraser, rather. Because there was a pass to Fraser, then Fraser to Mullen, back to Fraser. So we'll wait and see on that. 26.2 seconds left to go here in period number 2. And Tyler Sullivan does indeed get the second assist on that one for the initial pass up to Fraser. So it went Sullivan to Fraser to Mullen to Sullivan. So the goal, Sullivan to Fraser to Mullen to Fraser. So the goal is Fraser from Mullen and Sullivan at 14:11 of the second period, making it 3-1. And again, that goal for Fraser, his 13th goal of the season and 22nd point. And that will do it. 13th goal and 21st point of the season. And that will do it for the second period. Shots on goal in that period, 13-2 for the Truro Bearcats. Shots on goal overall after 2 periods favor Truro 17-11. So after 2 periods of play here at the Pictou County Wellness Center, it is Bearcats 3, Bombers 1. We're going to take a break. We'll come back, get you ready for the start of the third period in just a few minutes. You are watching Nova Scotia Under 15 Major Hockey League action here on Petter Sports and Streaming Services through AO Live. Welcome back as we get ready for the start of the third period. Sorry, I was still finishing typing up the summaries of periods 1 and 2 to put on Twitter and Facebook and mjahlnetwork.proboards.com, the three places where you can reach me to interact here in the game. As we're 17 seconds into period number 3, with the Bearcats leading the Bombers by a score of 3-1. Again, this could be the playoff round matchup if the standings stay the way they are. Truro currently in 4th, Bombers currently in 9th. So it would be a best of 3 to determine whether Truro gets in to the championship tournament through the front door or whether they get in using their host berth. Again, if the Bearcats do win that playoff series, whether it's against the Bombers or whomever it's against, then as the host team, they would get in with the host, or as the 4th seed, or if one of the higher seeds above them ends up losing, then they would be in as whatever seed out of the teams that win. And the team that has the best record out of the non-winning teams would come into the tournament as the number 7 seed. So let's say there's an upset, number 12 beats number 1, and the Bearcats win their series. The Gulls, as the number 1 team in the league, would be the top-ranked team that doesn't win if the Gulls were to lose that series, although I would find that highly improbable. But they would get that berth if Truro wins their way into it. And then the Gulls would be the number 7 seed in the tournament and would play would play the most difficult schedule, which is the challenge that you get if you come in as the lowest seeded team. You have the most difficult schedule. And then, of course, the winner of that provincial tournament will go on to represent Nova Scotia at the Atlantics, and the Atlantics will be on AO Live. Can't remember what location the U15 male Atlantics are this year, but wherever they are, they will be on AO Live as all 6 Atlantics. U13 male and female, U15 male and female, and U18 male and female, all on AO Live. Petter Sports and Streaming is going to be helping with 2 of those 6 tournaments. We'll have the U13 female out of Port Hawkesbury and the U18 female out of Membertou. With Petter Sports and Streaming working with AO Live for those 2 events. We're also working on trying to get the Don Johnson Cup, the Junior B Atlantic Championship, as well as the Maritime Hockey North Junior C Championship, which is not a full Atlantics, as there is no Junior C champion out of Newfoundland who participates. And it's Maritime Hockey North, as in past years, Nunavut has sent a team as well. But in the past couple of years with COVID and whatnot, it's been a few years since Nunavut has sent a team to that event. But hopefully the championships for Junior C for the Maritimes / Hockey North, and the championships for Junior B for Atlantic Canada, the Don Johnson Cup, also hopefully will be available for you right here on AO Live, excuse me. The website is www.ao.live, but the name is just AO Live. And now that I've given all of those promos, Lewis gets the puck and he drops it below the goal line. It's picked up there by Sheehan. He'll play it ahead for Hunt, who gets it across ice to Doiron. Doiron with a shot. That ends up going wide. Comes all the way around the boards. Mullen holds it in at the line. Sends it back down low. Joshua Anderson gets to it. Plays it around for McKenzie. And then Anderson took a big hit well after he had delivered the pass. And so that's going to be an interference call. No, they're going to call it a head contact. Either way, it'll be a power play for the Bombers. And I believe the face-off has to come to just outside the Bomber blue line because there was an icing, and it's a 4-minute head contact. And the face-off will indeed be just outside the Bomber blue line because the whistle originally blew because of the icing. So with 16:23 to go here in the third period, and the Bombers trailing it only by 2, they have a chance here with a double minor head contact penalty to try and close the gap. And if they can score in both halves of the double minor, even tie up the game. Here's Campbell with the puck now. Uses the boards to give it to McKenzie to try and get away from Mullen. Now pass across the far side for Hayden. He gives to MacArthur. MacArthur brings it in across the line. MacArthur will take it all the way below the goal line. Now back to the point for McKenzie, over to the near side, Campbell. Campbell stepping in, working against Cream. Campbell able to maintain control of the puck. Tried to play it to Green, but then that was intercepted by Cream, and Cream able to get it out to center. MacArthur now picks up in front of his own bench, tries to make a pass across, but that was broken up by Sullivan, who got it back down as far as the Bomber blue line. Here's MacArthur with it again. 3:07 left to go in the double minor. MacArthur in across the blue line. Working against Sheehan, stops there. Plays it back to Hayden, who gives back to MacArthur, back to Hayden again. Hayden with a shot. It hits a body in front, comes to the near wall, gets gathered in there by McKenzie. He'll play it back to MacArthur. Return to McKenzie again. McKenzie down into the corner. Hayden takes it behind the net. His pass intended for MacArthur ends up hopping over his stick, and it goes down the length of the ice. 2:32 left to go in the double minor. McKenzie has the puck poked off his stick by Vora. Vora out front for White. White can't get the first shot away. Now White takes the puck down below the goal line. Working against 3 Bombers. Held it for a couple of seconds. Finally lost control of the puck. Now the Bombers come out. Here's Lewis working his way up the left side. In behind the net. Lewis out the right side. Now he'll play it over to Carter Anderson. Anderson with a shot. And Berthiaume able to watch that one all the way right into his glove and get the save with 1:59 to go in the double minor. So the first half of the 4-minute penalty has expired. And so Bombers not able to take advantage of one of their 2 chances here. Carter Anderson now up to Carson McDonald. Drops it off for McIntosh. McIntosh's shot steered away, and now coming the other way is Murphy. Murphy with 1.5 minutes left to go in the double minor. Takes the puck all the way down below the goal line. Gets it knocked off his stick there. And Joshua Anderson will start to work back up the other way. Anderson. Frazier got in Anderson's way before Murphy was all the way off the bench, or all the way onto the bench. Bearcats get away with a possible too many men there. There's a shot by Anderson, and Berthiaume makes the save and hangs on for a face-off. 1:07 left to go in the penalty. And 13:30 left to go here in the third period. 3-1 the score in favor of the Truro Bearcats. Draw won by the Bombers' O'Neill, but he ends up winning it past McKenzie and out to center. McKenzie chases it down, then gives it to Jacob Campbell. Campbell in across the line, stops at the near wall. Gives to McKenzie, who tries to work it down the boards. McKenzie into the corner, now plays it back up the wall to Campbell at the line. Across for O'Neill. O'Neill gives to McKenzie. McKenzie to Campbell. Campbell near side for Cohen. Back to Campbell. Across for McKenzie. There's a shot deflection. It goes into the end boards. Puck comes back up the wall. Campbell holds it in, gives it to Cohen. Cohen did a good job of hanging on to it there, but eventually Hoyt was able to get his stick on the puck and clear it down the ice. 18 seconds left in the double minor. Campbell will work the puck ahead himself. Campbell still on it. Now he'll just get it in deep and he'll go off on a change. Just 6 seconds left of the penalty. Here's a chance for the Bombers. Green! But he couldn't get much on a shot there as that puck was steered away. Now MacArthur can't get a shot off. Green gets the puck. He tries to get it to MacArthur, but McEachern able to get in the way of that. Now it's worked up the wall. And Munden able to get it out for Mullen. Down the ice the puck goes. Mullen, but Wyatt McDonald gets there first, plays it around to the near side. Munden intercepts before it gets all the way to Green. Now comes to the line. Hunt holds it in. He'll play it down into the corner for Mullen. 11:45 to go, third period. Mullen has it knocked off his stick by Green, and the Bearcats will have to go all the way back down into their own zone to get the puck. Back to get it is Mullen. His pass misses Munden. Wyatt McDonald knocks it down in center ice. MacArthur comes over to pick it up, plays it back to McKinnon, excuse me. And now it's turned over to Sheehan. He plays it ahead to Mullen. Mullen has it knocked off his stick, but it's knocked off Hayden's and comes back to Mullen. That's one thing about a player with a talent skill like Mullen has. Even if he loses control of the puck, he's able to find a way to get into the right position to get it back again very quickly. Highly skilled young man is Elliot Mullen. Here comes Ryan Vora, another player with a lot of skill. Gets the shot away, and that just misses. Patrickin not able to hold the puck onside, and so that's going to be an offside against the Bearcats with 10:51 left to go here in period number 3. Vora to take this draw against Lewis. Vora gets the puck off of the face-off, takes it all the way down towards the corner. Now he'll play it back to the line for Patrickin. Patrickin's shot goes off a couple of legs and then rolls just wide. Joshua Anderson works it up the boards. McCauley able to chop it the rest of the way out to center. Hustling back to get on it is Thorncoe to Lewis all over him. Lewis gets it to the net. Steered away by Berthume. Now Henry Thorne gets the lead pass up for Fraser. Fraser working to the outside against Carter Anderson. Anderson doesn't allow him to get much of a shot away. Now Anderson gives Vora a bump. And then Lewis and Mullen collide. Lewis and Fraser collide. Now Patrickin plays it off the boards. Munden able to pick it up there. Gets it ahead. And what a hit delivered by McKenzie. They're going to call that a penalty, however, as it was primary contact to the head or neck. And it's probably going to be a 4-minute one, as that's a hit that 10, 15 years ago would have been considered clean, and it's the type of hit that we are trying to get out of the game because of the potential amount of damage that a hit like that can cause. If Hoyt is 6 inches taller, that's a great hit. But when you consider the relative size of McKenzie versus Hoyt, and when you consider that the primary contact was to the head or neck, that has to be called a 4-minute head contact penalty, which it was, and now the Bearcats are on the power play. That shot goes wide. Like I said, if Hoyt is taller, if it's 10 years ago, either way, that is considered, either of those two scenarios, that's considered a fantastic hit. But in today's game, today's culture, the right call was made. So 3:19 left to go in the double minor. And I don't want to discourage Nicholas McKenzie from stepping up and making a play. He stepped up and made a play. Unfortunately, he made the play on a player who was just the wrong height, as it were. Here's Mullen with the puck now. Mullen works his way down into the corner, has the puck knocked off his stick by Joshua Anderson, but Anderson couldn't clear the zone as Vora was able to knock down the clearing attempt. Now Green looking to clear the zone. He can't, as Hunt was able to keep the puck. Now Mullen in the corner. Back to the line, Vora there, 2:45 to go in the double minor, 8:45 to go in the third period. Shot steered away, Mullen gets to it in the corner. Mullen brings it back up to the top of the zone. Now he'll work his way back down the near side, try to get it to Frazier, but his stick was lifted by Carter Anderson. Back on it again is Mullen. Mullen coming through the slot. Had his stick lifted, lost control of the puck, was able to get it back. Now Mullen again. Another shot. That'll get deflected up over the glass and out of play. Elliot Mullen all over the ice there. I think he did about 8 laps of the zone during that sequence of play, and probably 6 of them with the puck on his stick. Here's Thorne with the puck now. Tried to get it to Hoyt. That pass broken up. Stepping in Hunt. Gets it to Hoyt. Hoyt takes a bump, but Hunt gets the puck back. Hunt with the shot. Blocker save made. And able to find it and control it is Jake Thorne for a stoppage with 2:05 to go in the double minor. 8:03 left to go here in period number 3, and the Bombers still leading, Bearcats still leading by 2. Too many B names in this league. Bombers, Bearcats, Bandits, who used to be the Barons. With a brain like mine, too many names that start with the same letter, I get confused. It's the same with all the Macs on the Bombers team. 7 different players who are Mac. You got McKenzie, McIntosh, MacArthur, McKinnon, McCauley, McDonald, and McDonald. Puck played down the boards, intended for Thorne. Thorne meets up with Wyatt McDonald. Now coming in, getting the puck is Henry Thorne. He loses control of it. It rolls in onto Jake Thorne, and Jake Thorne covers up and hangs on for a face-off. 1:23 to go in the period, or in the penalty. 7:21 to go here in the third period. Again, a reminder: we'll have 3 games tomorrow on Petter Sports and Streaming Services. One of them including these Warewell Bombers when they play at 11 a.m. against the Bedford newly renamed Bandits. Not newly, it was at the start of the season. But the Bedford Bandits come to town. What a deflection by Ryan Vora. Was it Vora or was it Munden who got that puck? One of them with a great deflection. I thought it was Vora's stick, but it's Munden who's leading the trip through the bench. So, I did. Hit the wrong +1 button. There's the right +1 button. So it's now 4-1, a power play goal with 7:12 to go. And because we were into the second half of the double minor, the penalty does come to a complete end. And the Bombers now trail by 3 with under 7 minutes left. There's a chance. Cream couldn't get the puck on target, however. So if it is indeed Chase Munden who gets the credit for the goal, which we will see momentarily, that would be Munden's 11th goal, 17th point of the season. And we'll just wait for the assists. McEachern with a shot. Nice block by O'Neill. Now Sullivan gets the puck. Sends it in behind the net. Mullen throws it to the front. Nobody in red there. And it goes all the way to Carter Anderson. His pass too far for Lewis. And the Bearcats right back on it. Here's Mullen with the puck. He'll dump it in. It hops past Jake Thorne all the way around to Frazier near side. Down for Patrickin. Patrickin throws it to the front of the net. Nobody there. Ends up on the stick of Cohen. Cohen ties up with Frazier. Lewis comes over, gets the puck. Now Joshua Anderson trying to send it down the ice. That doesn't work as Patrickin knocks it down. That's not Patrickin. That's Doiron. My apologies. Now coming out with it is Hayden for the Bombers. Hayden still on the puck. Gets a shot away. That goes just high and wide. Just over 5.5, left to go here in the third period. Here's Campbell with the puck. Bombers trailing by 3. Campbell comes in. And that's going to be a tripping call against Ryan Vora. With 5:29 left to go here in the third. Bombers go to their technically fourth power play of the game, as a double minor counts as 2. This one coming with 5:29 left, and if the Bombers want to have a chance to come back in this game, they really must convert on this one. They actually give credit on the goal to Elliot Mullen, his second goal of the game, assisted by Chase Munden and Ryan Vora. So, as it currently stands, that is Elliot Mullen's second goal of the game, his third point of the night, his 23rd goal and 39th point of the season. Although I thought for sure it was Munden who deflected the shot. But Munden gets an assist on the goal, as does Ryan Vora. That may end up getting changed. But we'll stay with what it is for now, as the Bombers have to go back deep into their own zone. It's a 6-on-4 right now, as they've got Thorne out of the net. You're trailing by 3, you got a power play, hey, why not? There's enough time left in the game that if you score on this 6-on-4, you're only down by 2, you got tons of time left. Here's MacArthur with the puck. MacArthur gives it to Green. Green takes a bump from Sheehan. Sheehan not able to clear it out, though. Now race for the puck in the near side corner. It's to the line and out as it hops over the stick of McKenzie. Getting to the puck is Mullen. He ends up over skating, and it rolls right into the crease. Fortunately for the Bombers, the only one there was wearing white. Puck cleared down the ice into the corner. Patrickin. He gets tied up. 33 seconds left in the power play. Here's McKenzie with the puck now. He'll give it to Lewis near side. Lewis with a shot. That's blocked by Patrickin. Thorne can't clear the zone as McKenzie holds it in. Gets it down to Hayden. Hayden with the shot. Save made by Berthume. Puck comes back to O'Neill. O'Neill drops it to Joshua Anderson. Anderson with a backhand shot. And that's steered into the near side corner. 7 seconds left in Vora's penalty. Getting on the puck is McCauley. He plays it back to the line to McKenzie. And what are we getting here? Coincidental penalties, it looks like, to Hayden and Patrickin. 2 minutes each for roughing, it looks like. So it'll stay 5-on-5, or yes, it will stay 5-on-5 as they put Jake Thorne back into the net. So with 3:27 left to go, coincidental penalties for roughing to Patrickin and who was it for the Bombers? Hayden, I think. As Vora gets taken down by MacArthur on his way into the Bomber zone. Puck around to the far side wall. Some checks delivered there. Now Frazier with it. He gets a shot away. Save. Rebound. White looking to get a chance. But Thorne kept the door closed there. Now Vora back on it. Back to the line to McEachern. McEachern tried to get it to Vora, but that pass missed the target, and the puck cleared down the length of the ice. No icing. Sullivan goes back to pick up. 2:40 left to go here, third period. That pass misses everybody, but it was close enough to Carter Anderson. That icing got waved off. Anderson now will play it ahead. Campbell gets it up for Green. Green takes a bump from Murphy, but he ended up losing control of the puck, and then it was sent down the other way by McEachern. Back to get it. Now here's Campbell with it. Thorne out of the net again. 2:12 to go. Puck is turned over. Attempted clear down the ice, knocked down by McKinnon. Now Wyatt McDonald sends it ahead, but it's intercepted by Mullen. Mullen with a shot. That goes just up over the crossbar as he missed the wide open cage. Now Sheehan with the puck. His shot. It's blocked. Mullen with a chance. And getting a piece of that was Wyatt McDonald making the big save. 1:48 to go. Bombers' net is empty, but the Bearcats doing everything they can to get in front of shots. Puck goes up into the air, comes down in the far corner. Now Lewis on it. He takes a hit from Cream. Coming in to help out is Doiron. He loses control of the puck. Comes back to the line. Sheehan with a blast. That goes wide. Puck comes up the wall. Campbell will play it back to Wyatt McDonald. He'll send it around to the far side wall. Cream gets to it just before Green does. Now back to Sheehan again. Sheehan with another shot that's blocked. Bombers doing a good job of getting in front of shots here, but they need the puck to be at the other end of the ice as they trail by 3. Now it's picked up by Mullen. Here comes Mullen in again. Mullen able to make the extra move, and he scores. And that will seal the fate of this game as Mullen gets his 3rd goal of the game. Again, one of those goals may get changed, but at 19:03 of the 3rd period, Mullen picks up another one for the Truro Bearcats and turns it into a 5-1 scoreline. Pass ahead for McCauley. That bounces off of his stick. Munden now will launch it down the ice. And I presume it's going to be called an unassisted goal. Here's McCauley working his way in. Pass intercepted by Thorne. Thorne gets tied up though. Now Munden gets knocked down away from the puck. No call. There's a shot by Hoyt. That's deflected and goes wide. O'Neill gets it ahead for Cohen, who finds McCauley. As they get the announcement of Mullen's goal at 19:03, it was unassisted as expected, and that will do it. And we get some pushing and shoving after the whistle. And of course, players have got to be careful here as the potential for supplementary discipline for anything called at the 20-minute mark of the 3rd period. But cooler heads quickly do prevail, and that will do it for this one. The Truro Bearcats with the 5-1 victory over the Wherewell Bombers. That's going to do it for us here from the Pictou County Wellness Center until 11 a.m. tomorrow when we bring you more Bombers action against the Bedford Bandits. Until then, this is Michael Petter saying may your skates always be sharp, may your shots always hit the top shelf. Final score one last time, the Truro Bearcats 5, the Wherewell Bombers 1. And these teams might see each other again in just a few weeks. We'll have to wait and see about that. Until tomorrow, have a great Saturday night, everybody. Thanks so much for watching.